Stop making totally different content for every platform you are on. Seriously, you need to stop that habit right now. You should be repurposing your long-form content 1000%. But the honest part is that repurposed stuff often doesn't perform like fresh native posts unless you execute the strategy smartly. I have a specific workaround for this exact issue, and I'm going to walk you through precisely how I repurpose without either annoying my dedicated audience or completely burning myself out in the process. The result is that I can be everywhere my people are without ever having to make a million separate videos. And I'll tell you, this whole process is incredibly fast once you establish the proper workflow, like 10 to 15 seconds fast. Before we dive into the nitty-gritty, let's quickly check vocabulary to make sure we are all on the same page. Do you actually know what the word omnipresent means in a modern context? Omnipresent simply means being visible everywhere. And as a creator or a savvy business owner, that should absolutely be your goal across all channels. We aim for omnipresence, not because we want to spam our followers relentlessly, but because different segments of your audience genuinely prefer consuming content on different platforms. For example, some folks will never commit to a long YouTube video, but will happily binge TikToks all day long, which is a completely different consumption pattern. Take my husband as a personal case study. He actively refuses to open TikTok, yet he consistently sends me highly relevant Instagram reels like they contain critical, time-sensitive business intel. This demonstrates the core idea. It's the same great content, just delivered in a different format that suits a different audience preference. So yes, you absolutely should be posting your material across all your relevant platforms. But absolutely no. You should never just take a horizontal YouTube video, awkwardly chop it into a vertical clip, and dump it everywhere simultaneously on the very same day. That particular strategy is both lazy and largely ineffective because it fails to respect the individual platform dynamics. If your audience sees the exact same clip popping up across all their feeds at once, they immediately suffer from overexposure and suffer from quick content burnout. More importantly, by just dumping the whole thing, you are missing the actual tactical opportunity hiding within. A single long video often contains at least 10 to 15 separate high-value micro-moments that could each become standalone content. If you plan and clip strategically, one single long video can easily seed an entire month's worth of engaging short-form content. Here is the mistake the most well-intentioned creators consistently make when they attempt this repurposing process. They tend to pick the most obvious snippet, maybe the initial introduction or the first big, obvious hook, and then they prematurely call that the entire repurposed package. Unfortunately, that generic selection rarely matches what actually performs best on each unique platform's specific algorithm. The genuinely right tactic involves identifying specific, tailored segments from your long-form piece that will resonate best with TikTok, Reels, or YouTube Shorts respectively. This means thoughtfully choosing clips that have different tones and different strategic purposes for distribution. Think about creating a quick, punchy tip that hooks in under 3 seconds, specifically for TikTok's rapid-fire feed. Contrast that with perhaps an emotional soundbite or a short, relatable story segment, perfectly suited for an Instagram Reel format. Or maybe you pull a clear, concise how-to snippet that serves as an excellent preview, linking back to the full, detailed YouTube video for more context. Furthermore, the timing of when you release these staggered posts across days or even weeks is absolutely crucial for success. You must avoid the trap of posting the same tailored clip everywhere on the initial launch day, which defeats the entire purpose of tailoring. Now, the very next question is likely: how on earth do you actually accomplish this segmentation without spending countless hours manually shredding your original footage? That, my friends, is precisely where intelligent tools become an absolute necessity in your modern creation stack. I want to specifically talk about Vizard today, which is the AI-powered tool that I personally use to turn massive long videos into ready-to-post short content pieces automatically. This tool solves the exact distribution and segmentation problems I have just outlined for you in this entire discussion. But I promise you, I am not here today just to sell you some vague magic wand solution that sounds too good to be true. I will freely tell you what other popular tools do, and more importantly, where those other tools frustratingly fall short for me. This comparison will explain why Vizard has been the single feature that has fundamentally changed my entire content workflow for the better. Let's first break down the reasons why a lot of the standard clipping tools on the market just feel completely mediocre or uninspired. Some platforms offer automatic chopping features, but they rarely, if ever, select the strongest possible bite for potential virality, often grabbing quiet transition moments or awkward dead air. Other popular services might provide decent auto captions and some basic trimming capabilities, but they are essentially single-feature solutions. They clip the video, and that's where their usefulness ends. A major failing for many of those standard tools is that they don't give you an easy, centralized way to schedule posts across platforms, forcing you to export everything and re-upload it all manually. Doing that manual re-uploading step is incredibly slow and transforms multi-platform distribution into an absolute logistical headache for creators. And then, of course, we must discuss the frustrating topic of pricing. where some apps charge a premium for every single useful feature or implement usage limits that make any kind of scaling utterly impossible. Vizard, on the other hand, completely flips that often frustrating script on its head by being more comprehensive. It is not merely a clip cutter. Think of it instead as your own intelligent, dedicated repurposing assistant for all your content needs. There are 3 core things I utilize this specific tool for every single week in my production schedule. The first is the automated editing of viral clips, where Vizard analyzes the entire long video and intelligently pinpoints those high engagement moments. This includes identifying the quick, witty takes, the genuine laugh moments, or those crucial aha teaching tips that truly resonate with viewers. It then creates short clips that are natively optimized for each target platform's specific best practices and audience expectations. Crucially, the AI is actually selecting the parts most likely to perform well, not just blindly slicing based on arbitrary timestamps you might have set earlier. The second major feature I rely on is the incredibly helpful auto-schedule function, which lets you set your desired posting frequency once and forget about it. That capability means you can batch produce a whole month's worth of short content on a single Tuesday and have it queue up to publish automatically without you ever touching your phone again. The third pillar of its utility is the integrated content calendar, which ensures everything lives neatly in one single, organized place. From that dashboard, you can see all your scheduled clips, make final edits to captions, swap out suggested thumbnails, and publish directly to multiple social channels. But to be completely clear, please do not take this as some kind of cold, hard, unverified commercial pitch delivered without context. The genuine reason I so highly recommend this specific application is because it directly and effectively solved the exact pain points I was struggling with internally. Ultimately, this tool actually manages to think like a dedicated content strategist on my behalf, saving me enormous amounts of mental overhead. Here is the exact, simple flow I personally use right now, so you can visualize this entire process in your own mind. For instance, let's say I just finished filming a standard 20-minute YouTube episode that I am very happy with. I simply drop the raw video file directly into the application, or paste the final YouTube link right into the provided input field. Next, I can instruct it to pass the footage for specific formats. Maybe I want 4 or 5 60-second TikToks and 3 slightly shorter 15 to 30-second Instagram Reels. I can also layer in very specific prompts, such as telling the AI to find moments where I demonstrate a quick, actionable tip, or grab the exact times I have a strong reaction or laugh out loud. The AI then diligently goes through the entire video, pinpoints those precise micro moments you requested, and generates a full batch of clips complete with captions and suggested optimized opening hooks. What I absolutely love is the level of intelligent control it offers over branding and the finalized captions on every single output piece. You can pre-create robust templates that feature your established fonts, brand colors, and preferred caption style, ensuring every short piece feels part of the same visual family. That template feature is huge because you should never have to waste time meticulously restyling every single short video you produce. However, if you still prefer to maintain absolute total creative control over every element, you are always free to edit each clip manually, moving text around, tweaking timing, or even recording a very short voiceover if needed. Once edited to your liking, you simply send that perfected clip straight over to the automated scheduling queue without delay. It's even flexible on orientation, allowing you to tell it to keep clips horizontal, vertical, or square as needed for the intended platform. A practical example of this flexibility: I've used it to process hours of family sports footage and tell it specifically to find every time a certain child wearing jersey number 15 touched the ball, creating an instant highlight reel. That kind of selective editing used to consume an entire weekend, but now it feels more like simply feeding the entire raw clip into a high-powered blender and instantly getting finished content out the other side. A highly effective workflow I recommend is this: upload your long video immediately after publishing it. Let Vizard generate the 10 to 15 short clips, review and tag each one by intended platform, and then schedule them out across the next several weeks. You should then mix these repurposed clips intentionally with some of your evergreen content and a couple of brand new fresh posts to maintain a dynamic presence. The absolute key to success here is the critical act of staggering your publication schedule so that each platform sees fresh, relevant content that is actually tailored for its unique audience demographic. Now, let's cover some very practical tips regarding what kinds of clips you should specifically be pulling for each platform so you don't have to become a platform expert overnight. For TikTok, you must focus on bold, immediate hooks and delivering quick, tangible value right out of the gate. The first 1 to 3 seconds are truly critical for grabbing attention. Instagram Reels, on the other hand, generally favor slightly more polished and curated storytelling, where a strong custom thumbnail and very readable captions really help your performance. YouTube Shorts are interesting because both educational snippets and effective teaser-style clips perform quite well there, acting as a direct preview to the full-length episode. Vizard is designed to help you select those perfect segments automatically based on best practices, but you can always manually give the AI subtle nudges based on what you already know resonates with your specific community. Finally, I want to address the common question I get. Does this process feel like cheating because you are not technically creating every single post from scratch? My consistent answer is always this. You still create once, and you create that initial piece of content very smartly, letting the intelligent repurposing engine handle the necessary heavy lifting afterwards. You are maximizing every single minute you invested in the original scripting, filming, and detailed editing of that long-form piece. If your fundamental business goal is to generate leads, sell your specific offers, or actively build a loyal community, why would you intentionally make your life significantly harder than it needs to be? Use the tools available that allow you to be seen everywhere effectively, without ultimately leading to complete creative exhaustion. Yes, other applications might clip your videos for you, and some will even manage decent captions. But the universal problem is that most force you to stitch together 3 or 4 separate services to achieve a full repurposing workflow. And as we established, that multi-service patchwork approach is inherently slow, more expensive in the long run, and always much messier to manage consistently. Vizard solves this by bundling the smart AI clipping, the essential auto-scheduling, and the centralized content calendar all into one cohesive, easy-to-use location. This bundling reduces so much friction and makes it genuinely possible to maintain that steady, omnipresent content presence you need. So, if you are completely tired of the exhausting struggle to be perfectly present on 10 different platforms at once, with nothing but fatigue to show for your effort, you must try adopting this smarter repurposing plan. The simple formula is to make one truly excellent, long video. Let the intelligent tool find the hidden gold nuggets, schedule them strategically over time, and continue engaging authentically with your audience. By doing this, you will naturally reach segments of people who never would have sat down to watch that original, much longer piece of content you created. Simultaneously, you will dramatically free up your own creative energy and time to focus on making even more of those excellent long-form episodes that drive your core business forward. That, truly, is the entire elegant point of this system. Be omnipresent without ever having to function like a relentless, unfeeling content machine. If you use this right workflow, that single 20 to 30 minutes of filming can realistically transform into several weeks' worth of your best performing short content automatically. I strongly encourage you to batch produce just one long video this coming week and simply track how many small, consistent micro wins you're able to create from it. If you are genuinely serious about scaling your reach without inviting total creative burnout into your life, Vizard is absolutely worth a serious test drive. It's what made my one video many post plan feel completely achievable. Alright, that covers everything I wanted to share with you on this topic for today. So go out there, make one great foundational video, repurpose it smartly across the web, and be everywhere your people are without losing your sanity in the process. We will see you on the other side of this much more efficient content strategy next time we connect.